Hello everybody, my name is Jad. Welcome to another MLB 1923 video, and in today's video, we've got some packs combos, we've got some blue-green tickets, we've got some premium skill change tickets to go through today, some all-star packs, if that's your fancy. I don't know, really no idea, but so far we got a couple we're going to run through today. So, it's the final week of the component package for the all-star games, so it's got some ultimate all-star packs and some blues and greens in it, as well as the brand new Black Diamond points shop, as well as, there was something else that we had today that I wanted to talk about today, but I don't remember what it was all of a sudden off the top of my head. I had all of this, like, momentum as I'm going to go record the video, and then it's just gone out the window. So, let's get into the video for today. Unfortunately, today, you guys know, I've been generally pretty lucky with my club reward boxes, but this week we finally, unfortunately, hit the worst thing you could possibly get from a D1. We were D2 this week because of a ranked matchmaking issue. I ended up getting ranked coins. I ended up getting ranked coins from my club reward box. So I got 550 ranked coins, which is something that everybody needs. If you're a D1 club or a D2 club or a legend club like we are, what you really need is those ranked coins. I mean, that is like the ultimate thing that you need, right? I mean, if you're already in Diamond, in Club, you totally need 550 ranked coins. I mean, that's what everybody needs, right? I said sarcastically, like, you guys have how, I haven't even had this happen to me in the past, and I've complained about it. Like, that is one of the dumbest rewards you can get from a club box. If you're a good enough club to be ranked in Diamond, you do not need ranked coins to help train your team up. Like, your team is done. And I doubt that you're having a difficult time. Like, for me, I have 50,000 ranked coins. I have 49,000 ranked coins. I cannot spend them fast enough. Every single week, I buy PSETs, 5 SETs, and I buy a minor grade increase ticket. And every single week, I end up with more ranked coins than I started with. So, me personally, I think it's a dumb reward. I think you can change out to something that people actually want, like more PSETs, and you reward them for their efforts. Or maybe you give them something like, I know some people really need these tickets, where these skill reset tickets. Maybe you can give some people some of those, or some more blues and greens, or even just some regular skill change tickets. Like, there are a lot of things that you can do to make that space not feel so dumb, and it's not good in my opinion. So, I just think that there's so many much better things that they can do with that space as opposed to what they're doing now. It's just such a waste of everyone's time, but. You know, I can't change anything, unfortunately. If it was me, if they listened to me, I got a Prime from the Silver Pack. Hopefully it's a brand new one. No, I already have a Kevin Youkilis. We have so many Kevin Youkilis's already. That is not an uncommon one. But it's just like such a simple thing that I think they could totally fix. And I think that, you know, if somebody... I'm going to send them an inquiry, but if you guys want to send them an inquiry too, just to, like, you know, rattle their cage a little bit. I don't know if they're going to listen, because it seems like they've just, like, stopped listening to inquiries. Like, one of my friends sent them an email or sent them a message screaming at them, and I'm just like, he got an automated response back, and I'm like, yeah, that's about right. It's like, good try, All-Star. You almost got their attention that time. Good try, All-Star. So we have some new titles finally, which is actually pretty cool. Now, I used to be rocking the Mr. Perfect title because it was pretty cool, but now I'm rocking the Dynasty title. I think it's a brand new one that just came out. I think it's for, like, finishing a Diamond 1 club. Unfortunately, we had our back-to-back L1 finishes. I wish that this would have happened a little earlier. We would have gotten our L1 titles, but that's okay. You know, it doesn't always work out in life. Sometimes, you know, we have the memories. Is that the most important thing? But, so I wanted to talk to you guys about last week. So last week I don't know if it was last week. I think it was. We got, I committed to using Ace on Britain, and I wanted to report to you guys how he did last week, along with Chad Green. So I kind of didn't really play rank to the full extent last week. I only really played about 100 games last week in total, and yet still I profited on ranked coins. That should tell you all that you need to know about how easy it is to obtain ranked coins now post the post-tanking update. But, so I played a bunch of ranked. I would say that they didn't really test my relief pitchers. I finished 298 last week. It was a very easy final hour for me. It was exceptionally easy compared to previous weeks where I had to basically struggle my way through because my bullpen kept blowing games on me. Two of my top three relief pitchers were middle relievers last week. They both had ERAs under 2, which was exceptionally welcomed. I was very happy to see that as opposed to previous weeks. My number one relief pitcher in terms of ERA, although I will preface this by saying that, like I said, it was a severely limited number of games, but Chad Green finished with a 1.04 ERA. I don't remember how many games he played. I posted it in our ranked page because I was like, wow, these guys really stepped up last week. So let me scroll up and let me see if I can pull up my ranked stats last week. Sorry, I realized I probably should have had this up before. Yeah, here it is. Chad Green went 4-4 with a 1.16 ERA. He had 1 save and 17 holds, which is pretty good. He only, by that metric, the way that I like to talk about it is he factored into 4 decisions, which is not that he factored into 8 decisions, which means that he came in the game either in a tie game or he came in with like with a lead and only gave back that run up to 8 times, which is pretty good. In 62 innings pitched, he only had 8 decisions, which is pretty good. Which means he came in and basically gave up no runs or didn't move the needle a bunch of times. Now that could be he came into a tie game and then we scored a run for him and he got a win, maybe. But just looking at the data that they gave me, that's all I can really extrapolate from the data. So it's Chad Green went 62 and a third innings pitched. He went 4-4 in 66 games, and he went 4-4 with a 1.16 ERA, which is great. That being said, in weeks where he pitches like the full number of games, he'll pitch maybe like 150 plus games. So maybe you're looking at a guy that wins maybe 10, maybe loses 10 games in a week, and maybe has a slightly higher ERA with a higher workload. I'm not really sure. My best starting pitcher last week was J Happ again. He went 31-17. He pitched 490 innings with a 1.83 ERA. Fantastic. Once again, after his training has been fantastic yet again. So I'm finally hoping that we have finally seen some consistency in these ranked results. And then my Zach Britton also, I posted this as well. So Zach Britton went, I posted this as well. I don't know where Britton was, but I think he went 11-9 with a 3 ERA, which is even like, honestly, that's not that bad. I'm very happy with that as well. And I believe that is due to the fact that last week they implemented a change to the way that the setup reliever mechanics worked, which is that your setup one now is guaranteed to come in first, I believe. I think someone just posted that in our combo chat. I just want to double check that real quickly. Okay, so they improved the pitcher substitution logic with the setup, mop-up, closing pitchers pitching too many innings in certain situations, increased the rate of higher position setup pitchers taking the mound when the starting pitching is substituted off with a lead. So now the number one setup guy is going to pitch more innings for you. So if you want to have your better setup guy in first, you should put him in the number one spot. That is what I'm saying. And that is probably why Britton pitched way more innings, and that's probably why Britton has more decisions and why he has a higher ERA, because I think Chad Green is a better relief pitcher than Britton is. And unfortunately, I wasn't aware of this change this week. So I'm going to probably swap the two of them around, because I'm pretty sure Britton is in my setup one slot. And I'm kind of want to switch those two guys around. So if you guys want to make that change, that's what I'm going to probably be doing this next week. And then because of all this, I will preface this again by saying there was a severe lack of innings pitched, but my closer, Dylan Betances, who historically is not that solid, he finished with a 2.13 ERA last week with 79 saves, and he didn't blow that many games for me. And I would like to say it's due to the fact that he had so much co-op feeding into him pretty much the entire way. My entire bullpen leading into him is basically co-op at this point. So, I mean, everyone's getting a chain stat boost except for that first guy, which is probably why Britton's ERA is so astronomically high. compared to Chad Green's is, but that's okay. Overall, that's not the combo I wanted to do. I wanted to do 3 golds, not 2 silvers, but it'd be nice to get a diamond out of it. Nope, got a gold back instead. Oh, well. But overall, that's the update on Britton and Green. So far, so good. I want to put Chad Green in my number 1 spot. I believe in him more than Britton. Thank you, Chad Green. Speaking of the devil. So that's the setup guy. Right now, we're like mired in the middle of the trade deadline. And I'm so bored because I've got nothing to like look forward to at this point. Like usually this baseball team of ours is usually like prepping for a playoff run. Maybe not a World Series run, but at least a playoff run. And we haven't made a single trade yet. And I'm watching like the Rangers make 1 million trades and the Angels make 1 million trades, and I'm excited for those fan bases. But for me personally, I'm just like I'm falling asleep right now. Like I've got nothing to look forward to. I'm just like, oh, maybe we'll bring Jordan Montgomery home. No, he's gonna go to Texas. Like, oh, maybe we're gonna, bring David Robertson home. No, he's gonna go to Miami. It's like, oh, God, nothing. Man, it's just and like even the other way, like even if they're not just buying, like they're not even selling. So I mean, there's nothing to even look forward to in terms of like, who is this prospect? Like, is he, what does he bring to the table? Like, is it going to be an interesting return? Like, none of that. It's just quite literally just stuck in the mud for a team that is, really close and knocking on the door of the playoffs. They're only a couple games back of the playoffs right now. So I mean, it's shocking to me that they're not even making any trades. And it seems like everyone we were going to make a trade for, like Bellinger, like the Cubs decided to keep him, so we can't go get him now. It's just like, wow, this has gone downhill fast. Domingo Germán, Mr. Perfect Game. So it's just been a really weird trade deadline. Like, it's just been like compared to what I've seen in recent pasts. Like even in other trade deadlines, even if they don't make a big splash trade, they're at least going to trade for somebody that's going to make like a little bit of an impact. But we haven't even seen that happen. It's just been kind of like nothing's been going on. It's just very strange to see a team that desperately needs people not make any trades. But there's still a couple hours left to go. So, I mean, by the time this video comes out, it's basically going to be, look at that, I have 4 live Diamond Wish packs, and I don't have anyone to use these things on, man. Let's go use up our Ultimate All-Star packs. I'm not going to get the player I really want, which is the Andrew Miller 16, which I can't get anymore. So hopefully we'll get a Yankee. Nope. Just Stingers and Eugenio Suarez. Not bad. I think we can do an All-Star combo, but I don't want to spend the stars on it. Like that's going to spend stars. Like I don't have the ability to do that right now. So maybe we'll throw them in the backup for the time being. And we'll come back to them at a later date, but we just do not have the stars to deal with it right now. I'm sorry. It's just we do not have the capabilities or the money to do this right now. Maybe the next time we are able to buy the PSETs, I believe they come with stars, so maybe we'll be able to get some stars that way. I wanted to upgrade with my Kevin Youkilis, but I see if I can do it here. No, that's the wrong way around. I did it backwards. I did it exactly backwards. Can you imagine if I did that? Oh, no, I did it right. Base player to upgrade, the 1 to 12, and then the 1 to 10. Yeah, there we go. Right? Yeah, okay. I was like, am I doing this wrong? Like, no, I'm doing it right. Okay. Let's upgrade our just. Oh no, I thought I had a prime JD. I thought I had prime JD. Is that a normal? No, that's a normal Kevin Yelich. Okay, Kevin Yelich, Christian Yelich. You stupid idiot! Like, what are you doing? I saw Kevin Youkilis and then went, oh yeah, Kevin Yelich. Like, what? Someone like put that Russell Westbrook clip of him going, what? That's all I'm thinking of right now. Like, what? The only thing I could see the Yankees making a trade for right now, like I really wanted them to get Jordan Hicks because I wanted to see what Matt Blake could potentially do with Jordan Hicks going into the playoffs because he's had some control issues and I feel like he could throw him in the pitching lab and maybe work on his mechanics a little bit. Who knows? But what I really wanted to see at this point is if they're going to make a trade. Like, one of the few people I can see them making a trade for is like David Bednar from the Pirates. Like, I feel like they definitely always want to add more arms, but I feel like there isn't really a lot of people out there that could trade for at this point. The Cubs have said they want to trade Stroman. I mean, you could maybe make a trade for like Michael Lorenzen, I think is available on the Tigers, but I don't know if he really moves the needle that much. I mean, we're getting Nestor Cortez back, so I feel like we're not really going to be really splurging for a starting pitcher at the deadline. I mean, I think the real obvious move is move Sevy to the bullpen and then just bring Nestor back, and then you just roll with what you've got now. Hope that Domingo can like put it together down the stretch. We'll see. I don't know. Like, Clark Schmidt, maybe like one of the biggest surprises of the season, because he is quite literally one game behind Garrett Cole in terms of American League ranks of 3 runs or fewer in terms of his starts. Like, he's keeping runs off the board, not really getting the wins like Garrett Cole is. But I mean, like, this is a decent rotation. Like, you've got Cole, if Rodon can figure it out, then you got him, and then you've got Nestor Cortez, and then you've got like Clark Schmidt at 4, and that's okay. I mean, I'm okay with that. That's decent. And then you put Domingo in the bullpen, and you put Severino in the bullpen, and you run with it, and you see what you can do, because Domingo can at any point throw a great game. Like, we know this. Like, Domingo is capable of throwing a great game at any moment. So, I mean, it's just tempting to think about that as like that could be an interesting rotation. But there's a lot of question marks, and I don't like going into the playoffs with that many question marks. And again, even if they pitch those many, they can pitch as well as they want. If the offense puts up a 0, like they did against Baltimore the other day, when Garrett Cole goes 7 innings of shutout baseball, and the offense puts up a 0 and scores no runs in 9 innings, you know, like, what is that going to do for you? You know, you still lose. So, I don't know. It's an interesting time. I'm intrigued to see where this team can go, but they just got to get to the playoffs. So it's a problem. You know, it's like, this team I know can do. They can make a little bit of noise in the playoffs if they add a bat, or if they figure out how to hit a baseball for once, because they can pitch pretty well. I mean, like, they're like 52-19 in games where they scored 3 runs or more, which is obscene. They just lost the other night, scoring 3 runs. Of course, it was a blowout win, so I mean, they were down 7-0 before they even got to the plate in the second inning, but they still scored 3 runs. All right, let's do a 3 diamond vintage combo real quickly while I sit and complain about the Yankees some more. Did I not unlock the new diamond vintage I got? I don't think I did. Yeah, okay. I got him from League a couple last season, so that's exciting. We can finally do our 3 diamond vintage combo. The vintages from League are like the most rare things in the world. They're even more rare than the primes. No diamond vintage today, guys, unfortunately. Also, no legend today, unfortunately. So we're just gonna have to keep on trucking. Man, I swear, one of these days I'll say it in every video, and I will say it until the cows come home. One day we are going to be able to get a diamond vintage from these packs. It is going to happen. I am not giving up hope. So let's go into our skill select change tickets. I don't know who I want to use the protection change tickets on. Like, I don't know if I have a player to use them on at this point. Didn't we just landed a skill set on, let's use the PSCTs first in case we actually do get something. We're going to be using them on Betances here. Just in case we do get a set on him, because I don't have really a greens target at this point. Maybe Babe Ruth, but I don't really want to use the greens on his skill set, because it's not a skill set I really want to use. I don't want to use BI, pitches insight. I don't really want to use pitches insight either. Not high enough levels anyway. Fireballer 321, that's 222. I believe that's a high enough number. I believe it's high enough, right? Because that means is 321 high enough? It's 222. I don't think it's high enough. Because it means you'll take Fireball to 6, and then you'll take Right Specialist. That means the bottom skill will be 3. I don't know. I guess I'll take it for now. I'll just keep using them anyway. See if we can get a higher number. I might as well. I mean, if I can green him and get something really good out of it, I mean, it'll be better in the interim bullpen day. Ooh! Ooh, that's nasty. That's nasty. That is actually disgusting. Ooh, baby. Bullpen day, 3-3-2 on the closer. We're going right to greens, baby. I don't even want to use greens. I can use blues on him. I don't even want to use it. Let's use blues on him, and let's see if we can get a closer set. That's huge, man. That is really legitimately huge. Bullpen day, Dom Thin Ice. Nope. Come on, baby. Stab. Stab. I mean, okay, now, maybe you can tell me I'm crazy. I want to save this until I get either premium blues or better blues. Because stab is a halfway decent skill, and my catcher does hit stab bonus. And the odds of me using this last blue on him and getting something really good is not as good as me using the ticket and getting something worse than stability. So we're going to hold off on this for now. And we're going to wait to see if we get more blues to use on him. And we're going to throw this on Tino. Because, honestly, I love that set. And I think that is a good enough set to use at this moment. And I do not want to make it worse and have to go through another week of me having to use his other set on him. Which is a complete mess. So, let's use this on him. And let's see if we can get Fastball Crusher going. Nope, doesn't look like it. That's okay. So, that's going to be a future really, really good set, in my opinion. I am so excited about that set. Finally. And then I think what we're going to do next week is we're going to go back to using PSETs on starting pitching and see if we can get something good out of that. And then we're going to run it, and we'll see what we can do. Anyway, with that being said, you guys, thank you guys. I'm so happy we finally got 2 huge hits. I mean, not only did we get a hit in terms of him getting BPD, which is fantastic, but also now we are only a blue ticket away from getting him into the lineup. So with that being said, you guys, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys had some good luck. I hope you guys got some good use out of the new Black Diamond shop. Remember, if you guys aren't aware, Black Diamond pieces are now in the shop. You can use them to get a blue and a green once every 2 weeks, and for some reason, my Discord notifications decide to go off right now. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, be safe, good luck with your packs, your combos, and your pulls, and I will see you guys next week. Be safe.